Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to check a new VTX from HGLRC, the GTX Nano. In this video I'm going to go over its features and I'm also going to install it on my Snapper6 and head outdoors and test it out. Inside this small bag we get in a linear antenna with an IPX connector, some silicone wires, the user manual, HGLRC stickers, and finally the VTX itself. As you can see, this VTX is extremely small. It weighs about 0.97 grams, so it's about 0.2 grams heavier than the TBS Unify Pro Nano. The GTX Nano supports 48 channels and has a selectable output strength of 25 and 50 mV. Its working voltage is 5 volts, so over here we can find the plus 5 volts in, then the ground, RX pad, so it supports smart audio, so you can directly connect it to a free UART port, and then it will enable you to either configure it through BFOSD, or you can use this button in order to configure it. Then we can find the plus 5 volts out, the ground, and finally over here the video in. As for an antenna connector, it's using an IPX antenna connector, which we can find over here. So now I've got the VTX connected to a flight controller, so we can power it up. The easiest way to set up the VTX is of course through the smart audio, but you can still use this button as well. Short pressing the button is going to switch between the 8 available channels. It's going to be indicated by the blue LED indicator, so the number of time it flashes indicates the number of the channel. Pressing this button for 2 seconds is going to enable us to switch between all the 6 available bands. Again, it's going to be indicated by the blue LED indicator. When it flashes twice, it means that it's on band 2. And finally, if you want to set up the output strength, you have to press this button for about 6 seconds. And now the output strength is going to be indicated by the red LED indicator. When it flashes once, it means that it's on 25 mV, and when it flashes twice, it means that it's on 50 mV. Now let's measure the output strength. When it's set to 25 mV, I'm getting about 25-26 mV. Now the VTX is set to 50 mV, and I'm getting about 60 mV. By the way, now the VTX is running for about a minute, and I'm still getting about 54 mV, so this is pretty good. Now one thing I didn't mention before is the dimensions of the VTX. So they are about 13.9 by 14.8 by 2.5 millimeters. These dimensions are perfect for a nano FPV camera, so you can see, for example, it fits quite well on the back on the Turbo EOS 1. So what you can do is just to mount it in this manner. You can use some glue and it makes a pretty nice piggyback VTX. The next thing I'm going to do is to replace the all-in-one camera of the Snapper6 with the Turbo EOS 1, and of course I'm going to use the GTX Nano VTX. The nice thing about this upgrade is, first of all, it's going to add a smart audio capability. Second of all, it should increase the range of the quadcopter, since this is a 25 mV and the GTX Nano has a 50 mV output strength. And finally, the Turbo EOS 1 is probably one of the best nano FPV cameras. Too bad I don't have the second version, which has a 4:3 aspect ratio. This one has a 16:9 aspect ratio, which might be a deal breaker for some of you, but of course getting the second version should fix this issue. I hope you will enjoy the rest of this video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell if you're not already subscribed. See you in my next videos, and goodbye.